What's good, y'all? Bernie Trucks. Welcome to SCS Weekly, the updates that matter, what they actually showed, and what it means when you're behind the wheel. This week, we've got two strong ones, ATS Road Trip with the Ford F-150, and ETS2's Project Benelux Rework preview of Liège. Let's get into it, burn it down. Alright, ATS first. SCS previewed a 2023 Ford F-150 Lariat for ATS as a part of the Road Trip module. And I want you to really sit with what that means. This isn't a skin, this isn't a mod. This is SCS officially moving ATS toward a mode where you're not always driving a tractor trailer. Now, this is all just a work in progress, of course, especially they're saying that they're testing multiple engine configurations still. But the fact that they're doing that and showing it like this tells you that this road trip module is being treated as a real feature and not just an add-on that they're tacking on. Now, why this matters is simple. It changes how people use the map. Most of us haul, that's the game. But not every session is a hauling session. Sometimes you want to explore, chill, scout, or just drive something different. I know personally, there's so many viewpoints that I have yet to do, photo trophies, I want to find all of the secret roads, and road trip can become that perfect in-between mode. Like, you just finished a delivery, you don't want to start another long run, but you still want to be in the world. Road trip fills that gap. And also, I think the main reason they're doing this is it can bring in new players, and especially with that console release that's coming up. People who love driving games but don't necessarily want to manage a rig and a trailer day one, that's who this is for. Here's what I'm watching for. This is the stuff that decides whether road trip is a hit and I'm going back to all the time, or it's more of a try it once type of feature. Number 1, handling. Pickup steering has to feel planted and has to be different in each car. I don't want the F-150 to drive like a Mustang. Number 2, the camera feel. If the camera is awkward at speed, it's not going to be fun. 3. Need a sense of speed. If 60 feels like 20, it's going to feel dead. 4. Traffic behavior. Smaller vehicle means different merges, different gaps, different AI expectations. They really need to clean up the AI just in general, but especially with this mode as we're going to be an actual car that's on the road with them. 5. Sound design. If the engine sounds don't hit, it's not going to feel right. And I love that they're talking about different engine configurations. That really shows that they're trying to make this a real feature. Alright, so now let's talk about how this is going to be used, because this is where road trip either finds its lane or it doesn't. Use case number 1, I think scouting. That could be a fun thing to do. You roll into a new city, you don't know the depot entrance, you don't know if the turn is tight. In road trip, you can go pick up your F-150 and go scout out that depot. Number 2, sightseeing routes. I think the ATS maps are getting more and more detailed, and people like exploring. I know, personally, I just want to go drive around and find all of the secret roads. I think that's going to be awesome. I don't want to take the time out of the quote-unquote job currently to do that with my tractor trailer in a big W900 or even in a smaller truck. I want to do this in a Mustang. That's going to be awesome. Use case number 3, and I think this is the big thing that they're going for with the console releases, cruising with friends. If they connect this properly with multiplayer, that's going to be an easy win and get the casual crowd into the game. And here's my one caution. Road trip shouldn't feel like a separate game stapled on. I don't want this to be Forza that's suddenly in ATS. If it's clunky to switch into, if the menus are weird, if it feels disconnected from the main world, people won't stick with it. It needs to feel like it belongs in the ATS ecosystem. So you tell me, what should road trip focus on? Are you excited for the exploration? Do you want missions? Are you excited for the multiplayer cruising? Let me know in the comments. Alright, road trip is the kind of feature that could change the vibe of ATS completely. But now let's go to ETS2, because the Liège rework is the exact opposite type of update. It's not flashy, it's not trying to bring in a bunch of different new players. It's just going to make the map better every single time you play it. Liège is in eastern Belgium on the Meuse River, and it's close to the Dutch and German borders. And in ETS2 terms, that means something. It's a connector city. You're not just delivering to Liège, you're passing through it on real routes. SCS also mentions Liège's history with coal and steel. That matters because it explains why the industrial zones and river logistics make sense here. And when SCS builds a city with that kind of reason to exist, it usually feels more grounded. They described coming in via the E25, then south onto the A25, following the river toward the industrial zone around Monsin Island. River-following roads are some of the best driving in ETS2 because the route is readable. You can orient yourself, you can recognize where you are. And that matters for immersion, because the best cities are the ones you can identify without staring at a waypoint. They call out a river port depot here, and that's huge. I absolutely love port cities, they're my favorite in the game. They're not the best for garages, but they just give you that working city feeling. They also highlight a beverage factory as a landmark, and also a hydroelectric power station nearby. And now, SCS isn't listing the cargo types here, but in trucking terms, you can imagine why this matters. It implies a mix of industrial deliveries and infrastructure, and it gives the city a purpose beyond just drop a trailer and leave. And the more a city has that purpose, the more you're going to end up taking jobs there. They also call out the E25, E42, E40 interchange, and interchanges are where cities are made or broken in these sims. I mean, good signage and lane flow, and it becomes satisfying. You run it all the time. If it's confusing and you have to merge awkwardly, you're gonna avoid it. And then they talk about the skyline views and key landmarks. And I'm gonna butcher these names, so excuse my French, but we've got the modern Guillemine Station, the Basilique de Quant, and the Inter-Allied Memorial, overlooking the city. And these anchors of real-life buildings are what makes a place feel unique. And then we have the smaller details. We've got a recycling complex by the river, the Douandre Bridge pillar visible on the horizon, and also the King Albert Memorial out on Monsin Island. That's the kind of horizon detail that makes you build a mental map. Because you stop thinking, where am I? And you start thinking, oh, I know this route. I've seen that bridge before. I'm in Liège. I love driving through this city. Alright, quick vote. What are you looking forward to most from the Benelux rework? The denser cities, more landmarks, different depots and delivery variety? Let me know in the comments. Alright, that's SCS Weekly. Road Trip F-150 on the ATS side, and Liège looking real promising for the Benelux rework and ETS2. Don't forget to drop your votes in the comments, and if you want more SCS updates broken down like this, hit like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next run. Burn it down.